Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about homeschooling in the state of New Mexico. And you can go to the HSLDA website if you have legal problems or legal concerns, and you can join. And I think it's only $10 or $12 a month to become a member. And you can check and see if the laws are updated or if they have changed, because they would be the ones who would know that, or your state Department of Education. And number one, it says that in order to homeschool in New Mexico, you must have a high school diploma or a GED. And you must notify the state superintendent of your intent to homeschool. And you're going to want to keep a copy of that and that proof that you notified them, probably in a portfolio or a binder if you're keeping one. It says that you're required to teach for so many days out of the year, and it tells you how many. It also gives you a list of subjects that you're required to teach, and it tells you that you're required to maintain immunization records. And then you can go to New Mexico's Public Education Department to get updated information as well. And it looks like at this time, it says that homeschool is receiving a high volume of mail calls and emails, so please be patient. So it looks like a lot of people are homeschooling at this time. And you can see they have frequently asked questions, and you can click it to read them, and you can read the statutes. So anything that you see there is darker right now is something that you can click on to go to the links to get more information. And one of the things you're going to do, probably if you're homeschooling, is you're going to want to give your students an assessment test, even if you homeschooled last year. And here's a different assessment test that you can download, and I'll show you one of them. And this will help you be able to create a plan of what you want to teach them for the year, because you can see maybe they're making simple mistakes here and there. You can review that with them. And then when they get to the part where they're really struggling in the level that they're on, then you can create a plan of what you want to teach them for the year. And they might not be on the same level as math as they are in reading or English, so that will help you. And this is another one that gives you like reading and English assessment tests so that you can decide which ones you want to use. And this website will help you if you've never homeschooled and you're trying to create a list of books or materials you're going to need to homeschool, and you can use this also for ideas for field trips or for PE and for fun activities that are educational. And you can brainstorm and create and make like a list of your favorite curriculum, whether it's workbooks that or online complete curriculum. And you might decide you want to use online complete curriculum for 3 hours a day and a workbook for an hour a day. And you can put this in your binder or portfolio if you're creating one. And then you can highlight the ones you're actually going to use, or you can create another one of the ones you're actually going to use. And then you can look back at the brainstorm ones that you loved. And maybe you want to use a different one later in the year, next year. You have that. So hopefully this helps you. And from there, you could probably use that to create an idea for their schedules. And this is a homeschool attendance record that you can find online, and you can see the web address in the top or upper left-hand corner. And you might want to print 2 of them off. So one of them with the days that you plan on having school, field trips, and holidays, and another one for the days you actually end up, because even public schools have snow days, things come up. And this is IXL, and this one is $20 a month. But what I love about this one is I can show you how easy it is to print off the activities they're going to be doing in each subject and the curriculum. So if you're creating a daily log for your binder or portfolio, you can see how you could put day 1 and the date, like August 5th, the time, the name of the subject, like math, and if you're going to be using the name of the workbook or web address, and this one would be ixl.com, and then the activity, like the activity might be even or odd or skip counting puzzles, so you can see what that means. So you might want to put the day 1, day 2, day 3, whatever it is, the date, the time, the subject, the name of the book or website address and the activity that they're doing. And for the last subject, you're going to want to put probably what time it starts and ends. That way you have the hours of each day in your daily log. And you can put that in a notebook, or you can write it on notebook paper and put it in a portfolio, or you can put it in a WordPad document, or you can do both. You can carry a notebook with you and write it down, then type it in your WordPad document and email it to yourself, and then print it out every now and then and update it and put it in your portfolio or your binder with your schedule and all your other papers. Like your placement test that they took at the beginning of the year, the state homeschool laws, you print it out with a date, copies of any forms filed and proof, your attendance records, your brainstorming your favorite resources and the actual ones you're going to use, a printout of your online curriculum or curriculum out of the workbooks or both that you're going to be used, the list of the field trips you took, proof of field trips you took with a printout and maybe at the date putting on them, or photos or videos or whatever, maybe a page that your student did about the field trip they went on. Sample student work. Maybe you want to showcase their best work or show a variety of skills. You can use any kind of portfolio you want. There's a variety of types of portfolios. Your student, you might have them doing a portfolio of their own and you doing one, and you might be doing a variety of skills or progressive work, and they might be showcasing their best work, and that could be a school project for them. The weekly schedule you'd probably want to have in your portfolio or binder, the daily log of activities, their standard assessment tests or any tests or self-evaluation they did. And you might want to write an assessment every 6 to 8 weeks and at the end of the year for each subject. And you want to make sure you put a positive spin. Oh, they were behind in reading and struggling, but they had a positive attitude. And then at the end of the year, they were behind in their reading and they had such a positive attitude, and they worked so hard that they went up 5 reading levels in 1 year, so that they can look back on their education and take pride in it. So, and if you have standardized tests that you take yearly, you'll want to put that in there. Volunteer work with certificates, you might want to create a certificate and have the places where they volunteer fill them out for you, or if they take classes outside of the home, contacts with emails and addresses, phone numbers for school or for homeschool support groups. If they take field trips with a career study type field trips, and they have a list of questions that they created to ask the career people, the education they needed, things about meeting deadlines, problem solving skills, computer usage, leadership skills, organizing skills, things like that. You might want that list in there with the notes that they took when they asked the questions. If they've got any audio or video footage, maybe you can keep a copy in there as well, and they can review and write a paper on it. And that might help them be able to choose a career, know the education they'll need, or even just with interviews later and their communication skills. So that's some of the things you might want to put in a portfolio or a binder if you decide to keep one. So, and hopefully that helps you. And this is Khan Academy, and it's supposed to be free for everyone every year. And it starts out with the pre-K and goes all the way up to college classes, and it's supposed to be an excellent website with complete curriculum. And this is just to mention to you about Schoolhouse Rock. Some people have heard of it and didn't even realize it covered so many subjects. So it's not complete curriculum, it's just fun to add on. And maybe your student needs a break, or maybe they're having difficulty with one subject, or maybe you're cooking lunch, or maybe you just want to make sure that they remember things well. And because they're singing songs and they learn the songs by heart and they remember them, sometimes they remember them from childhood until they become much older and they love them. And you can see the subject here, and they learn their multiplication tables well because they memorize the songs. They learn the parts of speech in English by heart because they'll remember the songs so well, and that will help them. And then there's American Rock, and it teaches them such a variety of subjects, and it teaches them about immigration and branches of government and the Declaration of Independence. And this one, Science Rock, and you can see the variety of subjects that they learn in science. So, and it also has Money Rock, and then it has Earth Rock. So they learn so many different things. And you can find these for free in YouTube playlists where people have created playlists on YouTube. So, and you can play that for them to sing along. And it's such an excellent resource. And this is a website that has like 4,000 or 5,000 books. Some of them are, the names will be repeated because it's different editions of the book that came out different years. And you can see how easy it is to click on the books and read them and click on the page. And then you can turn the page to the right or to the left in the upper right hand corner. So you can see what an excellent resource this is for students. And if you don't want to go to the library, or if you do go to the library, you might want to create a list of library skills you want them to learn and give them a certificate of achievement for that and put that in your portfolio binder. This one is spelling books that you can find for free. And you can click on one of them and see if you find one that you like if you're looking for a spelling book online to use. And here's an example of one of the spelling books. And you can scroll down to turn the page, or you could see that where they had to go to the left or the right. That was there that you could have used as well. So you can see the lessons that it has. So they might have spelling books that you absolutely love. And that way you can go through it and decide if you want to print it out and use it or have them use it online. Such a great resource. And there's so many of them, I just couldn't fit them all in. This is another excellent resource, and it has some complete workbooks that you might want to find one that you like and use. Let's see if I can't find you an example, because there's just so much, so that you can see. There's so many great resources on the internet for homeschoolers. Another thing you might need is homeschool support groups. And that way some of them might be free, some might cost money. They share their knowledge, they'll share maybe resources, maybe you want to donate some of the books to families that need them. That's probably the place to do it. And this is Mr. Nussbaum. You can see it in the upper left-hand corner, how to spell it. And this also covers such a variety of subjects. And it teaches about different states and different countries, and you can scroll down and you can decide what you want to use in this list. The list is extensive. So it's such an excellent resource. And then here's another one. OldFashionEducation.com. So you can go check that out as well. So you can create your list of resources and find your favorite ones, and maybe some of these will be your favorite, maybe they won't. Maybe you'll use one this year and one next year. And this is Kids National Geographic. You can see the website in the upper left-hand corner. And this is another resource you might want to check out. I just thought I would add some resources to it. And this is the Forest Service, and they have things for your student to learn as well. And they have for kids or for educators or parents. So you can click on the different links. And I hope that this video helps someone, and I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.